What if I told you that everything you've learned about attracting women is incorrect? I'm going to expose the truth and the hidden weakness. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right in a relationship but it still doesn't work out? Perhaps you were told to be kind, respect her space, or just be yourself, only to end up feeling confused, frustrated, or heartbroken. Every woman has a weakness that they never discuss, but every man should be aware of it. Stay tuned because this video has the power to alter your entire dating philosophy. Let's face it, the dating game is rigged against you. Perhaps you've noticed that the guys who seem to have it all figured out are the ones who don't follow the rules. They understand something that most men don't. Women aren't logical, rational beings like you've been trained to believe that their desires are rooted in emotions. And the truth is that they don't even consciously know why they're attracted to certain men. That's what I'm going to uncover for you today. We're delving into the top 10 weaknesses that every woman has, and I'll show you exactly how to use them to understand the psychology of attraction and use it to create deeper, more meaningful connections. We're not here to offer you out-of-date advice or sugarcoating. These are real, raw truths that may shock you. So, prepare yourself, hit the like button if you already feel the value of what you're about to receive, and make sure to subscribe if you want more in-depth, no BS advice that actually works in today's world. If you're serious about supporting this channel and helping us stay independent and keep this content accessible to as many men as possible, consider becoming a member. Let's begin with the first weakness, which is consistency. Let's be clear right away. Ladies have a ton of options these days. The reason why most men fail at the dating game, despite having dating apps that offer them an endless supply of possible matches and guys filling their inboxes with compliments, is because they are inconsistent. Most men today hesitate, break their commitments, and give up too easily. And guess what women notice? Because they've dealt with men who don't show up, don't stick to their word, and aren't reliable, most women are on guard and don't trust men easily. For this reason, a man who is consistent in his decisions, actions, and words immediately stands out. Being consistent involves more than just showing up on time. It's about embodying stability in all aspects of your life. You have to be the guy who doesn't just say what he'll do, but actually follows through without hesitation in a dating relationship. There are many erratic and indecisive men in the world. She needs to know that she can rely on you to be the man who keeps his word, because dependability is one of the most appealing traits you can bring to the fast-paced and unpredictable dating scene. For example, if you promise to text her later, follow through on it. If you say you'll call her at a specific time, make sure you're on time. Being consistent doesn't mean being rigid. It means being dependable. 2. We frequently hear the phrase confidence and find it appealing, but what does it actually mean? True confidence is the unwavering conviction that you are sufficient just the way you are. This type of confidence is alluring because it is uncommon, particularly in today's society where so many men feel the need to constantly prove themselves to others. Women are drawn to confident men because confidence conveys security. When a woman meets a man who isn't influenced by outside validation and doesn't need her to make him feel good about himself, it's like a breath of fresh air, which is why confident men stand out in a sea of insecurity. Women already worry about how they look, how they're perceived, and whether they're doing enough. Many men get their confidence from outside sources, such as their social standing or professional look, but what happens if such things are taken away? True confidence comes from within. It's about knowing your value regardless of what happens in your life. When you have this confidence, you become untouchable by rejection, unshaken by setbacks, and most definitely not dependent on a woman's approval to feel good about yourself. Start developing your inner confidence by setting and completing goals, no matter how small, and remembering that confidence doesn't imply perfection, but rather that you're at ease with your flaws. You can also observe how women react to your genuine self-assurance weakness. Here's a game, Cher, that most men play to test their emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the capacity to read the room, comprehend her sentiments, and react in a way that demonstrates empathy without sacrificing your own masculinity. It is not about being excessively sensitive or attempting to be her therapist. Women are naturally emotional beings who yearn for someone who can relate to them on that level. When you're emotionally intelligent, you're not just hearing what she says, you're also understanding the meaning behind it. For instance, if she says, "I'm fine," but her tone or body language suggests otherwise, an emotionally intelligent man will notice and react appropriately. The mistake that most men make is either ignoring her feelings or attempting to solve her problems. Women don't always need answers. They need understanding. When you demonstrate to her that you can listen to her without passing judgment and validate her feelings, you become someone she can trust emotionally. That kind of connection is uncommon. How can one develop emotional intelligence? The first step is to practice active listening. When she is speaking, don't interrupt or consider your next move. Pay close attention to the tone and expressions of her speech. The more you do this, the more intuitive you'll get, and the greater your emotional bond will be. Ask questions that demonstrate your real interest in what she's saying. Weakness. 4. Leadership. Let's face it, women are attracted to leaders. However, true leadership is about having a clear vision, making confident decisions, and directing the relationship in a way that feels secure for both of you. A leader is someone who gives direction and inspires confidence. A woman wants a partner who can take charge when necessary, someone who understands his life's purpose and can involve her in it, such as when you're organizing a date. She doesn't want to feel like she makes all the decisions. Say something like, "I've planned something fun for us this weekend, be ready at 7, rather of simply asking her what she wants to do. This relieves her of the burden of making all the decisions, which can be quite alluring, and demonstrates to her your ability to take the initiative and create experiences that you can both enjoy. Being a leader also entails maintaining your principles and convictions. Don't be the guy who modifies his beliefs to appease women. Instead, admire guys who have values and uphold them, even if it means occasionally disagreeing. Keep in mind that leadership is about teamwork and fostering trust, rather than control. 5 mysteries. Here's a straightforward fact. What's easily available is often taken for granted. Women are naturally curious, and they're drawn to men who keep them intrigued. If you're an open book from day one, where's the excitement? Mystery keeps her interested and wanting to learn more about you. But let's be clear, being mysterious doesn't mean playing games or being dishonest. It's about not revealing everything at once. For instance, instead of sharing your entire life story on the first date, focus on asking her questions and getting to know her. When you share details about yourself, gradually you create an air of intrigue that keeps her coming back for more mystery. Also applies to your lifestyle. Be the kind of man who has his own passions, goals and hobbies outside of the relationship. When she sees that you're not entirely focused on her, it signals that you have a full, interesting life that she'd want to be a part of. Women are naturally attracted to men who are slightly out of reach because it triggers their desire to chase weakness. 6th, humor. Since it establishes an immediate emotional bond, comedy is one of the most effective tools for attracting people. If you can make her laugh, you can win her over. Women adore men who can make them feel better and lighten the mood, especially in this stressful world. However, not all humor is made equal, so don't try too hard to be funny or make jokes at her expense. Instead, Concentrate on making light-hearted jokes or sharing amusing anecdotes from your own life. Authentic and natural humor will always win out over forced jokes. The best thing is that comedy not only makes her laugh, but it also demonstrates to her your self-assurance and comfort level. A man who can laugh at himself and deal with unpleasant situations with grace is really attractive, so don't be scared to show off your sense of humor. It's one of the quickest methods to remove barriers and establish a lasting relationship, even if it's a little silly. Weakness 7. Insufficient ambition. Ambition attracts others to you like a magnet. On the one hand, a lack of ambition is one of the biggest turn-offs. Picture this. You're on a date, and she asks about your future plans. Women like men who have a clear sense of direction in life. A man with goals and the drive to achieve them is irresistible because it shows that he values growth and is constantly striving for more. You've simply indicated that you lack if your response is, "I don't know, just taking things day by day." Vision women prefer to associate with men who are moving forward. They don't want to be with someone who is stationary. Remember that ambition is contagious. When she sees your drive and determination, she will not only respect you, but also be inspired to grow with you. Therefore, take control of your life and let your actions speak louder than words. Having ambition does not mean that you have to be wealthy or have a glamorous career. It is about having purpose, whether that be starting a business, learning a new skill, or giving back to your community. 8. Insecurity. Insecurity. Insecurity is a quiet relationship killer that shows itself as neediness and a persistent need for approval. When insecurity creeps in, it's like a red flag in front of her eyes because women are drawn to confident men by nature. For example, if you constantly question her loyalty by asking who you are texting or feeling threatened by her male friends, you're just pushing her away. This behavior not only betrays a lack of trust, but also highlights your own self-doubt. Self-assurance is the remedy for insecurity. True confidence comes from recognizing your worth and being confident in who you are, regardless of the situation around you. It has nothing to do with being conceited or acting like someone you're not. If insecurity is a problem for you, concentrate on improving yourself. Go to the gym, pick up new talents, and surround yourself with positive people. The more you put into yourself, the less you'll need approval from others, and when you project confidence, she'll naturally gravitate toward your weaknesses. 9. Inadequate communication. Strong relationships are built on communication, yet many men struggle with it, either by suppressing their emotions or by not actively listening. Ineffective communication results in misconceptions, frustration, and eventually distance. For instance, don't be silent about anything that's bothering you in the relationship and expect her to read your mind, but also don't be too confrontational either. The secret is striking a balance. When she is speaking, give her your whole attention and refrain from interrupting or trying to solve her problems right away. Sometimes all she needs is to feel heard. So repeat back what she says to show you understand and ask open-ended questions to keep the conversation moving. Effective communication fosters trust and strengthens your bond. It demonstrates to her your maturity, emotional intelligence, and ability to work through difficulties as a team. Vulnerability in Chapter 10. Apathy. In the beginning of a relationship, most men work hard to plan dates, surprise her with considerate gestures, and show genuine interest. However, as time passes, they become comfortable and stop trying. Women notice this shift when you stop working hard, and she feels unappreciated and begins to wonder if you still value her. To keep the spark alive, you must continue to show her that she matters. Small, consistent actions can make a big difference. Congratulate her, arrange sporadic surprises, and show her that you're still the person she fell in love with. She will continue to be equally committed to the relationship. The same is true of your personal development. Complacency. Never stop developing yourself, whether it is in your professional abilities or health. Thank you for viewing this video on the Stoic Monarch channel. She will feel proud to be with you and more attached than ever when she sees that you're constantly working to improve. Understanding human behavior and forming deep connections are the goals of mastering psychology, not manipulation. If you liked this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more empowering insights. Use these teachings wisely, with integrity and respect, to live a life of influence and purpose. Together, let's get 1,000 likes and carry on with this growth trip. See you in the next one.